Stop letting people get away with way more shit than what they should. Stop letting people walk all over you just because you think that that's what a good person or an understanding person or an emotionally regulated person should do. I don't care how emotionally mature you are and how well you can handle yourself. In life, you still need to set boundaries and lay down the law when you need to. You gotta let your body and your heart be the compass of knowing how and when to handle every situation. But don't let them yank you all around and get away with shit. Because that's going to crawl under your skin ultimately, and it's going to start growing, and it's going to cause problems. You need to start learning how to cut people's hands off when they're trying to pull you off your center and pull you out of place, because it's themselves they hate. Okay? There's a lot of dead roots in the earth right now that are being pulled out by the people who aren't afraid to speak up and be disliked and speak the truth. Because there's a lot of manipulation around what's good and bad and right and wrong on how you should behave in social situations. Like, you shouldn't speak out because that's bad. Don't rock the boat. Don't do anything that would cause you attention. And so this mentality keeps a lot of people holding what needs to come out inside. It prevents a lot of people from actually being able to establish proper self-esteem and stand up for themselves and keep their path clear and their frequency high. Because the minute somebody puts you in your place or cuts your hand off, you're going to be a victim. Why am I being attacked? And then what's going to happen? You're not going to be able to grow. You're going to be needing, you want pity. You want people to take your side. You want to build an army and say, look at this and that. No, that's not what you want. What you want to do is go out there and handle your own. You want to be able to stand up. You want to be able to face everything. You want to keep your eyes open through the forest on the darkest night. And you want to face and feel it all within you. You want to be able to hold your own. You want to be able to stand your own ground, stand up for yourself, be confident in yourself when no one else can see what you have and what you stand for and what you've done. And I'm going to tell you, guess what? It doesn't matter. Because the law of energy, it's done. You don't have to worry about it. Everything is working. It's conspiring. You don't see it, you don't hear it, but it's happening all the time. Any imbalances in your life, within relationships, or it's all it'll just work itself out. And it doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter if it's tomorrow or 10 years from now. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you're able to sit with yourself, breathe with your feelings, and continue acting and living on the truth of who you are and being able to expand and grow and live in joy, reclaim your voice and the parts of yourself that you've lost through all your trauma. It's so important to speak up, speak out, be the crazy bitch, be the one they don't understand, be the one that they want to label an outcast or someone who doesn't know how to be in social settings or situations. Because I'm telling you, anyone who has things that are out of order and, who have a lot of imbalances that they need to work on and bring into alignment in their life, whatever the case may be, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Because they're operating on all those imbalances, they're going to point out everything that they think is an imbalance in you. And little do they know, right before their eyes, things are happening. They don't want to admit that you have what they don't, or that you're capable of what they're not, or that you have a power that's foreign to them. They're not going to want to see that. They're terrified of that. So what they're going to do is they're going to project all of their imbalances onto you and notice that in you and call you all those names and label you and stuff you in their own little box. Little do they know you're breaking out of that box. You're changing it up. Anyone that doesn't want to see you succeed because you threaten them, they're going to try any and everything, and they're going to create a story about you, and it's like, it can be frustrating, but ultimately it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it does not matter, because if you let everyone's opinions or thoughts or misunderstandings affect you and dictate your life, what are you doing? You're giving them your power. You're giving them your power. I don't care if it's 100 to 1. You could be up against a whole army and be a single person and win. And that's what it's about. It's about you having that winner mentality, the winner demeanor, the winner mindset. You know who you are. You know you're playing by the rules. Stop letting them walk all over you. Stop letting them yank you around. Stop letting them disrespect you. Stop letting them undermine you. There's a difference between this doesn't bother me right now, I know who I am, and this is crossing a line that I now need to address, set a boundary, or cut their hand off and continue shining in your light. Okay? One thing about you, you are always going to deliver. You're always going to keep going. You're always going to bounce back. Thank you for liking today's video. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel and join the community to continue receiving guidance as you reclaim your divinity and step into your soul purpose at this pivotal time on the planet.